video here. Welcome to the channel. It's the gaming channel, obviously, as you can see. And we're going to be playing some Madden 20. So, let's do it. So, for all you who are new to the channel, this used to be a vlog channel, and then I just do videos. I want to start fresh and change it to a gaming channel. So now there's this, and we got Super Bowl on Madden 20. Let's go.
Hello everybody, I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their fourth Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard-nosed they are as an organization. Trying to do it one more time.
Meanwhile, the turnaround has been a sharp one for the Chicago Bears. 19-45. That was their record from 2014 through 17. Then the division title last year. Everybody remembers the double doink in the playoffs. But now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Of course, you know they won plenty of titles prior to the Super Bowl coming into existence. They won 8 NFL titles. Who'll ever forget Papa Bear, George Halas leading that franchise. But they have made 2 appearances in the big game itself. They won Super Bowl 20, pounded.
It's kickoff time, and I play offense, so just gotta send to the game real quick.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 20 on the pickup there and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
Let's see if we can do it.
He'll return it from the 6. Spinning away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson, throw left side complete. That's Flores.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
As you can see the on-off line.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Flores. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flores. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith in there to get him for...
Let's try the 4th and 10. We lose that much yards or that much time.
On first down, Flores. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson, and that's incomplete. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flores. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out,
that's why we're losing.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So the halftime. Jackson on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. Up on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
so many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Jackson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They run the counter. It's Flores. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the...
They'll run on first down. It's Flores. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. That one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run the counter. Flores. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Isn't that just great?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. His throw incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Why is the defense no good all of a sudden? Can't get a single.
On first down, Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Flores. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A spin. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54.
That's literally the moment.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, it's Flores. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Right back to him on first down.
Ow.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
And this is intercepted, and that
God.
should do it. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
We lost the Super Bowl, I gotta say, because I guess they're going to do a good pass. The defense is trash. We're going to 12-3 season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jackson operating from the gun, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on... And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions.
Our team was good all season until this game.
And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, They'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Well, that's all for today, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and comment for any more videos, suggestions on any new games, a new series of Madden 20. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. Just gotta end the game like this. It was a sad moment in my career. I got Rookie of the Year, MVP, all that, and then we ended up losing. But other than that, ended my rookie season going to the Super Bowl.
Bring the lines in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here and diamond. He the only reason why
next season.
I get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear it all makes sense. Ay, when you
see
make
you
it
all
best,
in the
can
next
make
video.
sense. Cause I know they tryna shit like
Have
rape
an amazing day or night, or whenever you're watching this video. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. See you in the next video. Adios.